Hi everybody, this is Derek, 100peaks.com. Here I am, just up the trail, going to Ka'ala Peak. It's the highest peak on Oahu. I just got passed by a truck, and somebody knows I'm out here, so that's good. But starting up the trail to Ka'ala Peak, and this Waianae Valley is beautiful. I'll pan around. Absolutely gorgeous knife edge ridges, one of which I will be going up. Looks like the peak is still in the clouds today, at least this part of the morning, but perhaps it will burn off by the time I get up there. So hoping for a cloud cover most of the way to keep me cool, because it's going to be a warm day. So I'm going to start climbing straight up. So at my first rest stop, went about 1.4 miles, already gained over 1,000 feet of elevation. So it's pretty much straight up the whole way. Not so bad though, it was paved most of the way. Just got started on the trail a little bit ago. Behind me is a little rest area with a picnic bench made by an Eagle Scout, Kihai's Eagle Restoration, Boy Scouts America, Troop 125. So it's nice to have, especially if it was pouring right now, or if it was especially sunny. What I do notice is that once I stop, the mosquitoes come out in force, but luckily I am wearing a nice ex officio insect repellent shirt, so I haven't had much problem, and I'm hoping it stays that way. I understand there's a lot of mosquitoes out here, especially from the recent rains, so I'm just gonna rest here a little bit, fill up on some water because it's coming out as fast as I can drink it as far as sweat. So I'm gonna take a little breather and then head back up. In front of me, through the trees, I can see the ridge line a little bit, so I'm hoping I'm pretty close. But once I get to the ridge line, it's going to be a very interesting experience. I made it to the ridge line up to Ka'ala. It's pretty steep. I actually had to use some ropes. It looked like some electrical cable that somebody had left for some of the steeper parts. I'll give you a little idea what it looks like. Those white power poles down there is where I came up, and now I'm following the ridge line straight up here. But let me give you a little pano. It's beautiful up here. See the ocean and the valley below. This is Waianae Valley. There's other ridge to the northwest of me, goes all the way up. I do hear some water down there, and then there's a ridge line above me that I need to get up. So it's been a pretty intense climb, pretty hairy in spots. Kind of wondering how going downhill is going to be because it's very muddy, very slippery. But in the worst spots, there's 2 spots that I found so far. There are some little ropes, and that should be helpful. So looks like I just need to go over a couple more humps, and then I'll be at the top, flat kind of bogland that's at the top of the plateau of the peak. It's a flat peak up there, so I'm getting close, so follow along. Everybody, I'm at the top of Ka'ala Peak. It's a pretty flat peak, not a whole lot to see. It's pretty, we're up in the clouds today, so there's not much of a view, but you know, the hike was definitely a very unique one. The last bit of it was through a bog, and you'll see pictures on the site, but interesting algae or whatever it was bright blue along the trail. And you walk along boards that pretty much protect you from the bog, which is essentially a big mud field. And but before that, you have to climb straight up where you're not sure if there is a trail, but sure enough, there's a trail that goes straight up, and you have to pull on ropes and slip on mud, and it's very precarious, and there's a lot of exposure, and it was pretty hairy. So I am a little nervous about going back down because it's going to be pretty hairy. Test my rappelling skills, but gotta get back down. Summiting is only the halfway point.